The Turkish bureaucracy, which expected the Justice and Development Party, AK Party, to rule the country until at least 2023, has practically ground to a halt since the parliamentary election on June 7, with civil servants disappointed by the semi-official election results largely refusing to sign off anything but routine matters. According to a Taraf daily report published on Wednesday, the results of the parliamentary election hit the Turkish bureaucracy hard. The report stated that the bureaucratic institutions went into a panic after the AK party was not able to obtain the necessary votes to establish a single-party government. The bureaucrats in institutions such as the judiciary, police force, and the finance ministry, which frequently came to public attention before the election by implementing anti-democratic government orders, are now afraid of being tried for the unlawful practices they engaged in during the AK party reign. The Taraf Daily reported that those bureaucrats have refused to put their signatures on any new initiatives except for routine items because they don't want to take any further responsibility. Although the AK party led the poll with 41% of the vote in the June 7 elections, the party lost its parliamentary majority for the first time since 2002 and must now form either a coalition or minority government. Failing that, the president can call a snap election. According to data obtained from government sources by the Taraf Daily, the aforementioned state institutions postponed all of the ongoing government-orchestrated and politically motivated operations after the election. The general election results also negatively affected the government-orchestrated operations that have been carried out against opposition circles and journalists since the December 17, 2013 corruption and graft scandal, which implicated 4 former ministers, then Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and various pro-government businessmen. A prosecutor who spoke on condition of anonymity told the Taraf Daily that the attitude of the security forces changed after the election. The police force was already unwilling to launch politically motivated operations. Now, it is no longer easy to find police chiefs and police officers who will accept and carry out those operations, said the anonymous source. The Daily also reported that bureaucrats became more worried after statements made by the main opposition Republican People's Party, CHP, and the Nationalist Movement Party, MHP, the most probable partners of a possible coalition government to be established, promising to clamp down on corruption in which AK party government officials allegedly engaged. Both the MHP and CHP clearly expressed that they will reopen the major December 17 corruption and bribery investigation that was halted by the previous government. The December 17 graft probe implicated 53 people, including bureaucrats, prominent businessmen, and 4 former AK party ministers and people from the inner circles of then Prime Minister and current President Erdogan. The 4 ministers resigned as a result of the investigation. Critical documents being destroyed by state institutions. The Taraf Daily also reported that certain institutions have been destroying the documents that expose some unlawful practices that involved some bureaucrats. A Turkish government whistleblower who writes under the pseudonym of Fuat Avni and who claims to be in the inner circle of President Erdogan had claimed that the bureaucrats already started to destroy some critical documents on election night after it became certain that the AK party would lose its majority in parliament. In a tweet posted on the evening of June 7, Avni wrote, "They have already started to destroy documents at the Prime Minister's office. The destruction of the documents will continue until late into the night. Although you destroy them, you will not be able to get away with your unlawful deeds. Your struggle is in vain." Furthermore, the Taraf Daily reported that the election night panic within those state institutions disturbed the AK party and that the party wants to show the bureaucracy that it is still powerful in an attempt to prevent the emergence of any repentant bureaucrats. Regarding this intention, Ankara Chief Public Prosecutor Harun Kodalak stated on June 15 that investigations into criminal organizations would go on as per the law without being affected by any change in conditions. This statement apparently means that the political pressure on the judiciary will continue. Another example of this pressure was the Ankara Fifth Penal Court of Peace's recent preparation of a summary of proceedings against CHP leader Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu for his use in parliament of voice recordings allegedly featuring Erdogan and his son discussing if the millions of dollars in cash they had stashed at home had been fully hidden. The proceedings allegedly include demands for the removal of Kılıçdaroğlu's parliamentary immunity.